Hello and welcome to the very first episode of SpeakBall, the Speedball Podcast. I'm Hype and I'm here with Gosi,
Hello.
and RStyle.
Hello.
And yeah, this is a new format we want to try, a podcast about Speedball. We'll be talking about Speedball here mostly, but I guess also about Shootmania or other topics if we find that interesting. And as you probably already can tell, will be uploaded on the Speedball TV YouTube channel. Not live streamed for now. Most of the things we would talk about now, or I will talk about now, are just like matter of change that can change. We're trying out some stuff now and we'll see how it works, and if something not works we'll probably also change it over time.
Yeah, maybe changing that something to feedbacks.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have an idea and something, you can also write in the comments or just let us know some way. I mean, most of the people that listen to this will probably talk about with them through the week or something, so
Maybe some other will shows up. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it will explode and then we get like million views on YouTube and then we get stars.
Stars?
Stars.
Yeah, we become stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That would be amazing as well. So yeah, for this episode, this goes us and me. We will all be regulars in this podcast. It will always be 3 people, or at least that's the plan for now. And we have 2 other regulars that will probably then be in the next episode. And once we're through the regulars, we will also start taking guests, and it will probably be like 2 regulars, 1 guest per episode. And we'll always have like a specific topic to talk about. The schedule kind of for 1 episode would be that we do a little introduction like I do now. We talk with the new person in the podcast a little bit, introduce themselves, I don't know. It's probably not needed, but we can do it anyway. And then
No one's know you.
yeah, I'm Hype. Hello, I play the game for all the time, but so to really get to know someone, we prepared some questions that the guests will answer in the beginning. Now for this episode we will also go through them, all 3 of us. And then after that I thought we'd talk a bit about news within Speedball, or if it's relevant for us also Shootmania or gaming in general. Since I also always thought like a news channel would kind of be fun to just talk about news, but I guess it's just too little that happens in the community to make it relevant. But since we have the podcast now, we can just kind of have that as a little side thing. We talk about news. And after that, we will have a specific topic for 1 episode, and this episode will be the podcast itself. We talk about that a bit more. And then we'll see how far we are in time and if we have more to talk about or not.
Sounds like a good plan.
I think that's everything I wanted to talk about for the beginning.
Yeah.
And we can start with the questions.
With the question. So first, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm actually a bit nervous, even though I shouldn't be.
Don't be nervous. What about RStyle? How is the RStyle doing?
I'm doing super fine. I'm already feeling it, how we're gonna be superstars through this. So we should have done this sooner to get superstars sooner, and yeah, I'm
Get
all for
Speedball
it.
famous, right? Because this is the thing that makes Speedball super famous, and like in a few weeks we will have 1,000 players.
Oh, that will be insane. But we need to change server then, because the server will gonna burn up.
I mean, is the problem debug server, isn't the Nadeo master servers?
Yeah, I think both.
I think the Nadeo master server is a bigger problem. I remember the last Royal, or some of the Royal Cups where we had player limits up to like 32. Like Many players just couldn't handle 32 players on a server anymore. It's quite sad.
Yeah, that's sad. It
Uh,
has been tried during the ZLAN, but yeah, the server were fucked up.
Yeah.
The Royal stuff, the Royal
Yeah.
Obstacle mod, I can't even remember the name.
Royal Race, yeah.
Yeah, that was really bad, according to Pig and
Yeah.
players.
Like back in the days, I think it wasn't that much of a problem, but they maybe downgraded the servers at some point when they
Yeah.
noticed it's not that many players anymore, which is fair, but yeah. Anyway, back to the really first question. I mean, how are you? It's also a good question, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
We should add it to the list. But the first question I wrote down was, I was interested, when did you actually start Shootmania? Do you remember?
Okay.
Like what time it was?
I remember I tried the very first version of Shootmania when it came out. I was not, maybe not the very first, because I
Like, is
was
it
not trying
open
the
or closed beta?
alpha version.
Alpha.
I thought, yeah, I was not in the alpha, but I tried the beta. It was pretty cool, but I wasn't really not used to FPS, so I was struggling a lot and not understanding what I was doing, because the only game I played was like Trackmania, so that was a really different game. So it was kind of hard, but I really feel like it was really fun to play, and there was a lot of people already in the game. But yeah, I think I started around like end of 2012, just before the game goes out, and then I started really play like when the game came out, and never really left it since then.
What did you play that time?
I play most. I think when I started, I played mostly Royal. What else? A bit of Obstacle, but not that much.
I mean,
actually.
did the obstacle actually exist back then? Or was it like...
No, it was called. I mean,
It was
Obstacle at
called,
the
like,
release.
Time
was
Attack?
Called, like, yeah, Time Attack.
Yeah.
That was it.
Damn, I've never
was
played
playing a
that
bit of this.
actually.
I think I play. I mean, mostly it was mostly Royal.
Yeah,
when
I
we
think
started.
Royal was the big thing back then.
And Elite also, but it was so bad.
And I think Battle was also quite big back then.
When did you start? Did you start at the
I-
alpha or?
Yeah, I was in the open beta. For me, I'm pretty sure it was February 2013. So a bit later than
Yeah.
you. I came from... played Canyon, I played Trackmania all my life. And I had a mate in school who I talked about what we play. And I said, oh, I play Canyon. He was like, oh, I play Shootmania. It's the same, in the same thing, in the same game kind of. Mania Planets.
Universe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same planet.
It's the same planet. And yeah, so I checked that out. He checked Canyon out, and I've never played a shooter before. I was like very cautious, or like, yeah, not sure if that's something for me, but I enjoyed it. This was also Royal in the beginning on these
Yeah.
beginner servers, this like Ubisoft beginner servers, or what they were
Yeah.
called, I think.
Yeah, that was something like this. Everyone was shooting everywhere.
The
It
same
was
5
insane.
maps from
Yeah,
that deal.
yeah.
And it was fun, and I liked it, and then I played
That
it
was fun.
pretty much every day. And then sometimes I also started playing Battle, which I also liked.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I never liked Elite, already from the beginning on.
Yeah, but I mean that was a big mod Elite already.
Yeah.
And I mean the whole there was a lot of competition and a lot of people that comes from Quake and stuff to play Elite, because that was the next generation.
Yeah, I
of-
guess
of
Elite was
games,
the
I guess.
competitive mode, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Royal was for the
meant to
casual.
be. Yeah. But yeah.
What about yours?
I also play some Go for SM on Elite, but I was super bad.
Go for SM?
Yeah, Go for SM. That was the ESL competition on Elite
Oh,
every Sunday at 6, I think.
I've never heard of that.
that was called Go for SM.
Cool.
And yeah,
And you won all the time.
not at all, dude. I finished last every time mostly, but that was fun.
So, Asa, what about you?
Okay. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I've been training for. So yeah, when I started playing Shootmania, I was super hyped for Shootmania. I don't really remember why, but yeah, I was a huge, I don't know, Trackmania and Adeo fan before it came out. And then I was like, oh, they're gonna make a new game, and I wanted to play it. And yeah, I started playing it as soon as it went into the open beta, but I almost got into the closed beta, closed alpha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they made like a post about a gaming convention in Cologne where you could get closed alpha access keys. So I only went to the AMD Heaven, it was called. Only went there for the Shootmania keys, and I think I was the only one there who cared about Shootmania. Yeah, but I didn't get the keys. There were only very few keys, only 2 or 3. But I got Counter-Strike beta keys.
Wow, you
So,
got scammed.
Oh,
But yeah, it was okay. I just started playing when the beta was launched. And yeah, you guys reminded me it was also my first FPS, I think. But it was super fun because everyone started playing at the start. I was just so bad at it.
I mean, most of the people were coming from Trackmania.
Yeah, like
yes.
all 3 of us came from Trackmania. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
came from Trackmania, so...
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
majority of the people that start playing Shootmania. And
That also-
was funny because everyone discovered the game at the same time, so everyone like kind of level up together, and that was really a good period.
But I think that's also the reason why the community is kind of old. Because, like, a lot of...
I'm not old. What the fuck do you mean?
I mean, like, a lot of us, like, grew up with Trackmania, and it's quite an old game. Like, I started Trackmania in 2004.
You were already 29.
Yeah, I was already 29. And,
Oh, shit.
and so yeah, I always thought that the Shootmania community for gaming community is quite an old community. Only very few young people in there.
Yeah, only good.
And Grimman, that young dude,
Yeah.
always with his set Z-line, what's it
That
called?
is-
Zoomer talk. That's what I
Z-Lan?
want to say. No, Z-line. I don't know why I said Z-Line.
Okay. Okay.
Z-slang. Is
So-
it Z-slang? Is that what you say?
Zilan.
No, no. Anyway,
I don't get it. Okay.
are you done
that's fine.
also? Or is there more you want to say?
I think we also talked about. You also talked about your favorite game modes.
Yeah.
At
What did you start playing?
My memory is not that clear, but I played so many modes because back in the days you just got into the server browser and there were much to choose from. I remember playing a lot of different stuff, like some custom modes. I played Siege mainly. I played Royal. I also played Elite a bit, but yeah, I played it. But after a certain time, I was like, Elite is gonna fail.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, I expected it way sooner. I don't know. I thought it was okay, but I just thought the other modes were more fun in the long run as Elite. It was just so different. And the only thing I disliked was, which I never played, was Battle.
Oh, really?
Sorry, hype. Yeah, I mean, I played it a bit because back then playing Battle was let's play 20 versus 20.
Yeah, it was.
So
On grass maps, obviously. Like, everywhere.
Everything was grass.
Yeah,
maps,
every mode
because-
was grass maps back then.
Yeah, so yeah, I played everything. I remember Jailbreak. I'm still
Oh, yeah.
weird that it's not popular still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
also 10 versus 10, right? Jailbreak.
I was it was mostly
even
all of this was just
bigger.
open, right? You had no limit really of how many players
Yeah,
usually. It was all a lot, except for Elite.
Yeah, when this game came out, that was bigger, of course.
Yeah, I also remember I played Speedball in the beta on huge grass maps.
Oh yeah,
either 2v2 or 5v5, something like that.
2v2?
Yeah.
I thought it was like always 10v10 back then.
Yeah, there were days when the server was not full. I mean,
yeah, okay.
Just, then the friend was like, let's play Speedball. I was like, okay, but we are all alone. But back then you could join the server and people would join. But yeah.
I mean, technically it still works today.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, you just need 10 hours of Discord trying to find players. And
But like, I mean, this is a bit off topic now, but I feel like when you're like 4 or 5 people on the server, then also the Siege players join. Like Heimer, I mean Heimer usually also uses the Let's Play now, but the fucking exclamation mark chat guy, he doesn't have Discord or anything. He just joins all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still a little bit like this, but obviously times changed. But yeah, then you both played Speedball quite early, right? Which shows you leads us to the next question, when your first Speedball impressions.
Yeah, I started playing Speedball at the beginning of Speedball, I guess, with those OG like D-Mark, RStyle already there, and then there was, of course, Mr. Stefan, who came out with a lot of mod for this game, and that was a lot. And yeah, there was this Devota team, and then we came with COP team with D-Mark, Yanfo. Who else was there? Bonnie too. And
I mean, the Bonnie was also in Devota though, right?
Bonnie was in Devota, and then it switched off to COP. I think that was the beginning of her era against
it was probably
Devota
then
and COP.
Yakult, Pimpf, Coca.
And I think Yakult came a bit later, but yeah, we were some Frenchies on Trackmania that were playing a lot of people. I mean, the Running Ball team first, they were really good at Trackmania. I don't know if you remember Trackmania Nation and the D-Mania, but there was this guy called Serious who got a lot of Daddies won on tech maps, and I was playing with him. He was in Running Ball, and also like Instagib was on Running Ball, like a lot of mappers too, TT Shoe and stuff. This was big, and we were playing Speedball all day. That was insane.
Damn.
And I really felt like super. I mean, the mod felt really good. Like it was maybe 10 versus 10 at the beginning. Then we goes down to 5 versus 5. So when we goes down, the map also changed a lot because it becomes a bit smaller and everything. But the gameplay and the game sense you have on this game mode is really cool. Like passing your friend, just trying to find a good spot for pass and to not get caught by defenders and stuff. There is a lot to do to this game mode, and we were trying to do this. Even like some start strategy where someone pushed the ball, one other were like getting some high ground spot to get to receive the pass, and then pre-pass because the map were really big, which is not the case anymore. The Speedball changed a lot. I mean, but yeah, that was really nice, and yeah. We had a lot of fun playing, and chatting with everyone was so funny on the server. Saying shit all the day and by playing, but that was really nice.
How would you
And
say
when
you
did you
also
start?
said that was early for you?
My Speedball impressions, it's such a long time ago, but like I only played it a tiny bit during the beta. I was friends with Sumi, and I think Sumi asked me to play Speedball with him, and I know Sumi, Xanashea, and Kniti from back then a bit. and we played a tiny bit, but I never would have imagined that Speedball would be still around and the others are dead, because for me it was just it was an okay mode. I don't remember the map names. I only remember this one map which was fully grass and it was symmetrical, but the one jump pad on the one side was way stronger than the other one on the other side.
Was it Final Encounter?
Probably RStyle knows it's best, but I think it could be Final Encounter. So yeah, I only played it, I don't know, like it feels like I only played 10 times playing Speedball. And yeah, it's mostly I didn't get to play 10v10. I don't remember. It was mostly just 3v3 on way too big maps. And there was you could pass to your teammates, of course. It was cool, but like I had no movement, and I feel like also no one else had good movement then. I don't know when obstacle got big, but the only thing I can say is that I only started developing a good movement 3 years ago, and back then it was just slow RStyle trying to play Speedball on the grass maps. Yeah.
And I guess then you took a big break from Shootmania in general, right? At some point. And
yeah.
You only came back for the Lake, like Speedball League 4 or something.
Yeah, that should sounds right. I played the beta so much, and then the game fully launched. When it fully launched, I was mainly playing Royal. Then I was like, oh cool, the game launched, we got new players and such. And yeah, I don't remember that much more because it's so long away, but I remember I played the first Smurfen Royal Cups, and I don't care what hype says, but I won. But I won the first 3 Smurfen Royal Cups. I have proof hype, and then on the 4th edition I got 2nd place on the last map in the last round because so many people were focusing me, because I obviously won the first 3, and then I was so angry I quit. I was like, fuck this shit. And then like 1 year later I played for 1 day again or something. I was like looking like every 6 months or every 12 months I was checking out the server list. I was like, it's okay, it's to play. Then I was playing Siege or Royal for an hour, and then I was back again. I mean, not back, but away again. But then there was so much stuff you could do back then. I remember the Royal Run servers, the Royal Race. Yeah, they were also kind of fun. I was just playing it once every year or something, and then I, for some reason, looked at my Twitter, which I also only created for a Shootmania event to play against Nadio developers. And I looked at my Twitter, and I was still following the Shootmania account, and they were posting, hey, sign up for the Speedball League.
Really? Damn, that's a crazy coincidence then.
Yeah, if only I didn't look at Twitter at this time.
Yeah, you wouldn't be playing Speedball. We would be free of our side Speedball now.
I couldn't have said it better. Then I was like, let me just sign up and roll every team and win it easily. And then I was like, I'm not that good anymore. Only the aim was still kind of there, but you needed a lot of time to learn how modern Speedball is played. And then I came back, and then also played for the community, because as soon as you play the Speedball League or the Speedball Fun Cups, you get to know so many people, and it's more of a fun event where you talk with friends. And I'm sticking with Speedball since then.
I remember when you signed up, or when I think you showed like an up in public a day before or something. And I was like, I remember this guy from Royal back in the days. So like, I will play League with him. That's gonna be
You
fun.
play with Answer this league, right?
Yeah,
Those,
it was
you,
ballistic.
RStyle and Answer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously, when he played with me, he was bad, but now he's so good.
Yeah, it's always when you play with RStyle that is bad.
True. Nah. So for me, it was way later that I discovered Speedball at all, and I'm so mad because I think I would have enjoyed it even back in the days.
Yeah,
it was
but
through the Paragon Cups. Only then because I played Paragon Cups Elite sometimes, and I don't know what else they had back then. The Battle Pros and stuff. And there was sometimes Speedball Cups, and I remember I played them with my Siege friends, and I hated it. Because we sucked, obviously. We had no idea what Speedball positioning maps.
The thing is, Speedball is when you face a team which already knows map or the mod, and you started, then it became so frustrating because you can't get the ball. You're just rushing a guy, and then he passed to another, and then you get fucked, and then that's war.
And
so
we were all
really
players that had
boring.
no idea about Speedball on the map, so we just got fucked in the cups. That's terrible. It's the worst mode ever.
Yeah, that's really hard.
And then it took like the worst. If anyone remembers the Paragon League.
Yeah.
The like big league with like multiple modes being played, and we made a bigger German team. I think that must have been it. Actually, I'm not sure if it was the one with the German team, because I think the cup that I played that made me like Speedball, I played with Boni and Villa, and obviously Villa's not German. Did I play with Boni and D-Mark or something? I think it was Boni and Villa, but I'm not sure. Maybe I've been wrong.
I don't know. Can't remember that.
Maybe it was actually Boni and D-Mark. Anyway, I played with two experienced Speedball players, and that's first time I had fun in Speedball, and I noticed, hey, damn, this is good. And it was still like the same evening we played that cup. We kind of all came together in TeamSpeak back then. And Gamer was also, he was in another team, but he was also there in the TeamSpeak, and we were like, oh damn, I kinda, this Speed was fun. I think if you get a real team, that could be a really cool experience. So and Gamer was exactly the same way. Gamer had the same feeling. Oh, I wanna try hard this bit with a real team. So we both were like, okay, let's play together, and then defeat all the Speedball players. And then we asked, like, I think Villa said, oh, you need like one experienced player in your team that's like can teach you Speedball, and they recommended you. I don't know if you were in the voice chat with us.
Who's you?
You goes.
Me? Oh fuck. And now that you're talking about this, I wanted to speak about my biggest mistake about Speedball. No, I remember this, but it was really after everything happened on Speedball.
Yeah, exactly. Speedball was almost dead at that point. I think we actually brought it kind of back then. Like with Chow Balls, that is now Savage Balls. That was the team we founded.
Ball and also COP. I mean, COP with mostly D-Mark and Yofo never stopped playing and stuff. Rinstein also like was always close to the Speedball, not really active for some times. Like mostly like me, I wasn't really active also some years, but they still were a bit active and doing stuff.
But if I remember correctly, there was like actually no Speedball going on except for the Paragon Cups at that time.
There was no cup and
no public as well, I think.
Yeah, not much public. Yeah, that wasn't happening at all. But yeah, it was kind of dead, and no one wanted to practice, even if there was some event going on.
But I think like the rivalry between then existing Chow Balls, which became Savage Balls, and COP kind of activated the Speedball community again, and probably also around that same time, I can actually see it, Discord happened, Because I just looked up on the timeline, the Speedball timeline. That's, by the way, also something we could eventually go through in one of the episodes. Just go through the timeline would be fun. Because the founding of Jojo Balls was on 10th of March 2017, and the Discord opened on 3rd of April 2017, so very close. So I think these two events, like Savage Balls, or Jojo Balls back then, and the Discord kind of activated the Speedball community from pretty much being dead.
I think the Discord were created to also to start like all of the Fun Cup and more like a community cup and to speak about. I mean, before 2017, like people were using also TeamSpeak, and Discord was not really a thing.
Like you can tell,
people had forums for their own team and stuff. But then it became more. I think it became more because before that, I mean, from 2013, I would say that it was more like some teams that were really involved on Speedball and that were making this alive, and not really the Speedball community. I would say there was no like community. There was people that were on the server every day, but like there was a team like I said before, COP, then Running Ball, then also the French. It was like we called us Maniac Men, but I was playing with them, and then we created Jovial Crew, and then there was still the Divota that changed team name every 2 weeks, so I can't remember all of those. But yeah, that was mainly team based, and we were like playing some non-official match, but against team, and we were practicing like this, and that was really fun. And then there was a big like a big stop to everything during mostly 2 years. That we can also see in the timeline.
Yeah, exactly. I was just saying
it's from 2015 to 2017, and then Ville also come back to Speedball mostly with a new approach of Speedball, and there was a lot of new maps, and the team were not the same, but there was more like player involved into Speedball, and so it was more like a community that started there.
Yeah, it's funny how the timeline 2016 just doesn't exist. Like, 2016
was
the black age.
There was only some Paragon Cup, and there was Sky Surprise, and it's also the time where we like just face our biggest reality that we were all bad. That's Speedball came to Paragon Cup. We were all like, we all play Speedball for so long, and then we see this area team that sign ups, and we were like, those guys are fucked, dude. We're gonna fuck them all. We know how to pass and stuff. And then it comes like soon. It was like Soon and Co and Crew or something like this, and then they just completely destroyed us because they were so good with Rocket and pre-firing and stuff. And even if they didn't know how to play Speedball and the maps, they were so good at Rocket that they were just overeating everyone, and we all lost. And then I think it's created a lot of frustration for every Speedball team, that because we were playing for so long and we just faced like we were kind of bad.
Sure.
And so it was hard, and then that's what nothing really happens. But I think nothing really happened, and also at the same time Speedball really evolved, because then I mean Villa get involved a bit more into this, and then he tries new approach of Speedball according to hitting and passing back and waiting to not take the ball after the ball carriers dies and stuff. That I mean, all the strategy that we are applying right now to Speedball, and that wasn't really. I mean, it always have existed, but we never really goes into this, and Villa analysis also helped into this, but nothing really happened in matters of cup and event into Speedball during these 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could talk about the history of Speedball at another time in another
That
episode.
was pretty long, right? Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all fine, it's fine. We want to talk. Long story short, my introduction to Speedball was pretty late in like I think I played earlier than 2017, probably in 2016, but like I didn't get into Speedball until 2017. Yeah, so it's quite. I mean, it's still a long time now, but like I've always wished I had seen the older days of Speedball when there was a lot of players. But hey, I think nowadays Speedball is pretty good, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and also the phases and stuff, and into Speedball. I mean, the game mode really changed. So.
But it will also change the maps, right? We talked about it a little bit. Maps changed a lot, and this can lead us to the next question. What's your favorite map, RStyle?
Yeah, that sounds like an easy question.
It's hard.
It is definitely not. And yeah, also one of the problems. Yeah, one of the problems is that I don't know the maps. I don't know the names.
Oh shit! Really?
I don't know. No, in Speedball I know them, but let me finish my thought. Like I said, if I look at my history with Royal, because I would first look at Royal maps. The first map that comes to my mind is Heartbreaker.
Yeah.
But that's also because I know no other maps in Royal. I don't know their names.
Do you remember Le Bloc?
It sounds familiar, but I have no idea how it looks.
Okay, because that's like the second map that most Royal players would remember. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so because you have to imagine this. In Speedball, the maps are mostly good, but on Royal servers, everything can happen. And yeah, sometimes I got maps where I was like, oh man, I don't like this map at all. And Heartbreaker was the only one where I know the name, and I was like, can we not play Heartbreaker instead? So yeah, I think it was also in Royal because you were shooting a lot, and yeah, you were spraying, and you had to look out from every direction. And as soon as the map had these bouncy walls where the rockets could bounce back, I got angry. Like if it was too much of them, I got angry about that. So yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Royal maps were just meme maps as well. Like you had a theme going on, and you just built too much. Like a lot of meme maps in Royal. Yeah,
there were 1-2 meme maps I liked, but other than that, I was like, no.
And mid pole to Tarzan to mid pole, and Masupilami. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Yeah, you could tell me made up names. I would have no idea because
I'm sure if anyone in Wales that listens to this remembers them, this Ivan probably. He will remember Masupilami and Tarzan to Midfold. These are terrible maps, but they got played so much.
I don't know. Ivan will be like, "Why did you not invite me for the podcast? I'm not gonna listen to it."
I don't think he wants to.
Maybe you can help me. There was to stay on the topic of Royal maps. I will talk about Speedball maps soon.
Yeah.
But one other problem was that when the game launched, like when it launched from beta to full launch, they changed the Royal mode and made the final circle of the off zone bigger.
Yeah.
And that also broke a few maps that I really liked. So that was a stupid change. But yeah, and I don't know, maybe you can help me with hype. There was a map I liked in the beta in Royal, and you all spawned at the outside of the map, and in the middle there was something like a castle, like huge walls, and you had to take the jump pads to get up into the middle, and in the middle there was a huge cage, like it was this huge cage.
Salvage the cage, probably.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, you could tell me made up names.
It's like a round cage, right?
I think it is a boxed cage.
It's a boxed cage. Then I think of the wrong map.
Yeah, but I know it was pretty popular or played on many servers. So
like, was the spawns like they were outside the castle, but were they like each spawn in a little castle in itself? Or was it just in the open wild?
Yeah, more in the open and very close to the jump pads.
And it's not salvage.
I don't know.
Is it? No.
It had heel pads, and
yeah,
if you got into the heel pads, you were stuck. I think there were heel pads at the edge of the castle, and then you couldn't get out of the heel pads anymore. Good old troll move by the mapper. That comes to mind.
I probably played them. I will maybe also remember, but not right now.
Yeah, so and yes, Speedball maps are way easier for me to judge because I've played them so much, and because when you pick them, when you have to ban and pick maps, then you finally start remembering the names.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I don't really have that much of a favorite map currently, because, for example, this year I liked playing Xibalba, and I didn't like playing Xibalba in the past, but now I like playing Xibalba. I'm like, oh, this map is so old, but everything is working out. I of course I liked Lucid a lot. I think it's a very good intuitive map, but now with the changes Jan made, I still miss the stairs near the pole area. So it got a super slight minus for me on that part. I don't know. I liked too many speedball maps. I always want to make my own speedball maps to show you all how it's done. But it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I just don't have favorite. It depends so much on my team who I play with, and I'm good with many maps and like to play them. Like, for example, Domus I hated when it released, but now it's okay. So my opinion is always changing.
Yeah, I mean, that's normal though. And that's also, I think, one of the reasons why I dislike when people see a new map, play it 2 times, and then think they have an opinion on it. Because, like, a new map, you have to learn it for so long on how to position yourself and how the moves work and stuff. And you don't really ever play a map until you really learned how to play it. And then the playstyle will change, and then also your opinion on the map will change. So it takes a while, I think, to really judge a map, and unless there's like some really obvious flaws, I think we should give maps more time. Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me of, it's a bit harsh, but I'm gonna call out Urinstein. Because if he's not liking a map, he will tell you and write in chat that this map is objectively bad.
Yeah.
He likes to make it objective.
Yeah.
I don't like to say it's objectively bad, and like he can criticize parts of it, but I still know people who like the maps he probably calls out objectively bad.
Yeah.
And to come back to my point, I just came up in my mind again. Maybe Mythology is my favorite map.
Good choice. I think that's my choice as well.
What? You're copying me? No.
No, like I think everyone knows that I used to really like Team Devota back in the days.
Oh, yeah.
I think Savage in general liked the map, and it was like kind of also the Savage map for a long time, together with Castle. I really like Devota. I personally so much love the path from the bumper to the pole. It's such a satisfying path, such a satisfying cap every time. But after not playing it for quite a long time and now replaying it again, with also the playstyle change, it's a lot faster and stuff. I still like it, but I cannot say it's my favorite map anymore. And I would say Mythology is my favorite map currently. It's not a lot. I like almost all the maps. I mean, I think I like all the maps, and a lot of them I like a lot. But Mythology feels the most complete to me. The thing is, I like maps where I feel like I'm in control. I know what I'm doing all the time, and Mythology is certainly a map where I feel like I have control over the map, and I know what I'm doing all the time.
You guys know what you're doing on Speedball? What
Yep.
the fuck? I still don't know, man.
So what's your favorite map then?
I'm not sure, man. I don't know. There is a lot of fun. I mean, going back to the thing where people give their opinion about. I mean, I'm not sure if it's opinion, like they're judging map really quickly. I think it also comes from Trackmania, because in Trackmania, I mean, most of the community is coming from Trackmania, and Trackmania is known for this map editor and the diversity of map that exists, right? And so people are used to come to a server, check new maps, and in Trackmania you have a map of 30 seconds. Then in like 10 minutes you have made like multiple run on this, and you already have a pretty, I mean, not a good opinion about this, but you have the feeling if the map fits your idea of a good map or not. So I think this thing where people gives opinion about map, this is shitty, this is thing, it's just coming from Trackmania because they wants to give like a plus or minus about the map. But in Speedball, as you said, it takes a really long time to learn a map and to learn how to play it. And as also RStyle said, it really depends on your teammate, because you already know that according to teammate you play with, then your game sense, I mean game style will change during the, I mean when you play the map. I mean I will not play the same if I play with the info, which I know will always be there for some good pass and stuff, that I'm gonna play with someone else, like new players like Heimer, which is more like fighting and stuff. So I will not play the map in the same way. So some maps are fitting more some players, and some other map are more fitting other players. So it's really hard to define really a good map. I will go I mean, I don't really have a favorite map, but I will say like Climax is really good because I played it a lot, and then I know where to place myself, and I really love the fact that you have always a good overview of what's going on the map. There is no like walls or elements that don't allow you to know where the ball is exactly. I mean, you don't know if this dude is on the ground or if it's behind something. And I mean, in Climax you don't have this. You know exactly where the ball is, and so it allows you also to pre-fire a lot and to also get a good defense spot, because you know where the guy is and what's possible to do, because there is some, I mean, the high ground difference and stuff are pretty well balanced, I feel, and you know where the pass are coming. I mean, since I'm playing the map, I know what people are gonna plan to this. So that's why I really love Climax. I mean, I'm not sure about all the last changes that Yanfo made, but I'm really not good at giving opinion about map or giving feedback, so I will just leave this for other people that are way better to give their advice for mappers than me. But yeah, I think my favorite map is Climax, and it's
a solid choice.
Pretty well balanced. Yeah, I mean,
all of these are safe choices, to be honest.
It's mostly because I really played this a lot, so and it become easier to. I mean, Climax and Clan play without my brain, I will say. Like, I can just go full random on this, and I as you say on Mythology, you know what you're doing. So, I mean, after you play the map for so long, but I think also Climax has a good opportunity for people to improve and to know what they need to do in Speedball, because if you don't defend like there is some good position that where you can defend and stuff. For example, the bridge, and you can teach also new people to why it's important to get that bridge and to block those area and stuff. So it's also a good example to teach new people to the speedball, which some maps are a bit harder to do this job.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. The next question is something that's a bit more controversial. I thought this would be a fun idea to talk about your least favorite player to play against.
RStyle, ciao.
okay, explain us why. Why is RStyle?
Because he's here and he can defend himself, but I will not let him speak, alright?
What?
No, I'm not sure about RStyle though. I'm not sure is the least favorite player to play against, but I mean, I hate him when I play against. When I play with him, it's fine because RStyle.
Okay.
I mean, people like. I mean, in the way of playing the RStyle, like DMark, RStyle, like also Dan.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, man.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You will not hit them. I mean, you will hit him once, but never twice. And then he will have time to heal. And when he healed, he goes back and fall through the pole. And then you get fucked because you just like fail a jump or something. And this dude always has stamina and stuff. So it's really frustrating to play against. So I will go for RStyle, yeah.
For me, it's similar. For me, it is Dan. There's similar reason, right? Like, I pay so much attention to like position myself correctly, because like here's the thing. I believe I have bad aim. And a lot of people will now say, what? No, you had so much, you have so good accuracy and KD and shit. But like, come on, it's just because I position myself well and I get a lot of easy rockets in. And I don't die a lot because I don't rush in all the time. And when I watch other players, or even if I play against them and I get hit when I'm rushing, I'm like, what the fuck, I would have never hit this. And it's not usually the rusher players that have bad accuracy and bad KD that hit me in impossible situations. And also, like, especially DMark, right? I watched recently our match, rewatched of the what of You Shall Not Pass versus me named Paul. And I noticed, like, whenever I had an even fight with DMark, like, no one of us had the ball, we were just fighting for a position and like even ground, no one like wall jumping up to another one or something. He always kills me, every time. He's better with rockets than I am. And I don't care how much he shows me his KD or his accuracy in stats, he has better aim than I have. I just need to position myself to have easy rockets to even hit anything. And so I take a lot of time, or like not time, but like I focus a lot on positioning myself, which also obviously limits me of how I can play the game, right? I cannot always rush in and stuff. And when then there comes Dan, or some of the other rushes, but Dan is the worst, and he rushes past me and I can't hit him, and he caps. I'm just like thinking about what did I do and what could I have done better, and like if I would replay the same scene with my knowledge I have now, I don't think I would have done anything different. I would have positioned myself the same, I would have aimed the same. It just doesn't work, and that's the most frustrating thing, right? It's just I can't do better than that. But like, yeah, that's so it's not Dan's fault, we all know that. I've talked to him about this. It's just the game is bad.
I mean, also good dodger are always really hard to play against. I mean, but I think it's the same for every mode.
Yeah.
I mean, playing against Heimer is always hard. When it comes to like instant phase, like it's so hard. You're in instant phase, so you know that they can cap instantly, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's called instant phase. No, that's close. but like when you're facing Aimer and it's close to the pole, you know that it can dodge really well, and so you throw more rocket than you should because you really wants to hit him, and then you miss every rocket and then he caps easily.
Yeah.
But it's why also Speedball is really intense. It's because there is a lot of thing going on, and you can get pressured so well to this mouse, and it's become really frustrating when you miss rocket and stuff, because you know that you only have one chance, one opportunity. Thanks. But it's become really intense the more the time is going on into the round. So it's really frustrating to play against people that are good dodger. I remember back in the day, and you guys don't know him for sure, but probably like the old speedballer will know the DDR2. He was so boring to play against. He was playing for running ball, but like he was the one starting to bump himself with rocket. No one was doing that before. And then he started doing this, and he was dodging this so nicely, and it was so frustrating because he was just running and bumping himself everywhere, even if he didn't know what he was doing, that it was working. He was dodging everything, and it was so hard. So those new guys, I mean, Dan, RStyle, and Dimar, they are not doing it the same way, but it's the same feeling, because you're just missing a lot of rocket to them, and then you give up some position because you really want to face him and try to kill him, and then you fucked up everything. And also Ivan is really good at it. I mean, it's not like it's not the same way as Dimark and RStyle and Dan according to moving, but even I feel like, for me at least, he's always pushing me to a mistake that will give him like a double tap on me or easy kill. Like he's just playing, he's never playing high ground, he's always low ground.
Yeah, true.
And then it's just, I don't know how he does that. Maybe, I don't know, mind reading or something. But it forces you to look at him and to just like kind of drop down and like he keeping you busy so nicely that is so, I mean, he's doing a really good job at this, and that's why also when he plays in the team, he offers, I think, a lot of good plays and opportunity to get a cap.
I would also say that Ivan is one of the more frustrating players to play against for me, because he's trolling a lot. I hate it. I hate it. But like, you know. But here's the thing I wonder, right? I think Ghost, you and me, we're like defense-orientated, defense-focused players. So for us, the attackers are the more frustrating players. But I think I noticed that attacking-focused players hate the defensive players more. So I'm wondering what RStyle will say now. Who's like your least favorite player to play against RStyle?
Yeah, it is an interesting question. Yeah, it's not simple, but I don't. It is hard for me to say. Like, let's go over some players that come to my mind. Let's first talk about Dan. I think when he started playing at a certain point, or I don't know when it was, but I really had trouble with Dan, and I was like, huh? Like, it really looked for a second like, is he teleporting or am I imagining it? But recently it's when I played against him, or last year, I was always okay. Like, he is hard to hit, but it's still possible for me, kinda. So I'm okay with it. During the league, when I watched him, he looked super fast. I was like, damn, how is he dodging this all? And I don't know, I also can't be that mad at Dan anymore, because I copied him a bit in this last week, because I was streaming him and then I was like, he's doing that, I never do that, let's copy it a tiny bit.
No.
I know I don't copy his whole moves, but just 1-2 tiny things that makes him faster. Sorry for that.
Now that the league is finished, you can say it.
I remember when when you played with Sumi and Smirk the league. I remember not liking Smirk because I couldn't understand him. He was in the perfect, most annoying positions. He hit me so easily, and I was like, "What is this guy? What is his problem? Leave me the fuck alone."
You like to hear that, I'm sure.
Yeah. And it's also because it's more of the general thing. If someone doesn't play for a year or I don't know, for 3 years, then he plays you once, and then he's very, very good. Then I don't know where he goes, and I always like to think where players go, but I just didn't understand him. And now. It's okay with Smirk. It was just his face. Obviously this brings me to the next Swedish guy.
Yeah, I knew it.
With Flap, I didn't like him for some time with his playstyle because I didn't understand it. I was like really thinking, how does his playstyle work? How is he winning with that weird playstyle? But after some time, I now also understand his philosophy, if you could call it that. And at first, it was confusing for me because all my plays are around grabbing space, outmaneuvering, doing super fast moves to go into space behind the defender. But he's always behind, so he doesn't care. He just gives you the space, and it's like, I rather give you space instead of being behind you. That makes sense. And then he has 3 or 4 rockets waiting for you as soon as you get close to pole. And there was a time where I was like, oh man, he's so annoying. But then I found out I just have to pass him the ball, and he will always hit me. So it's okay if I do that. But he has an interesting playstyle, and I think I can also, learn from him to play better defense like him in certain situations. And it's always like there are so many playstyles, and I always there's so much room to improve. And that's also a part of Speedball I like. Like, for example, Ozzy with his passes is in my mind known for the best passes.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Or longest passes when I don't think about it. And similar to Flap and some other players that I just can get that I should copy it or get inspired by it. And other than that, I don't know. I just hope. I'm always happy, or not happy, but I'm happy that the community is at a good place right now.
Yeah.
And that you don't have to listen to toxic comments on the voice or team chat, public chat, just server chat. Because it's also annoying,
I mean, I feel like we have them, but like we all know that we know each other, and it's almost always just like the moment of the heated moment, and after that we can be fine with each other again. Like every now and then we have some toxicity in the chats. It's, I think, because we all like the game to be competitive, and we want to be competitive in it, at least to a certain degree. I think you will always be frustrated, you will always be tilting, and that's also part of the fun of it. But like the main thing is that in the end of the day we were all more or less friends, and we can forgive each other for the stuff we said in chat and stuff.
I'm not friends with RStyle. I hate him. I just say it.
Maybe you should join his enemy meetings.
Yes.
I'm not invited to it.
I
will not go if I would have get invited.
Then I will tell you about him, but not invite you, so we'll come out of spite.
Worst nightmare.
Other than that, I can maybe backtrack a bit. Sorry, but I wanted to go back to the last question about my favorite map.
Oh, you've changed your mind.
Another map came to my mind, and that map would be Nana Vector.
Ooh, no, but which one?
I think it was the hype version.
Yes!
I also like the Urinstein version. And
let's go! 1 win for me!
I
think
also
you just
like
lost a friend for anime. Come on.
Yeah! Urin hates you now. You're on Urinstein's list of hates.
No, no. Urinstein, he can't live without me.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright. No, it's just like so many things about the map. Like first, it's an old map. And I know people like D-Mark will be like, oh, old maps are old. Please explain something new. But like back in the days, the playstyle was the meta was different, but this map still stands the test of time.
Yeah.
And I think Nana Vector has a lot of moves that I discovered for myself. And like on many other maps, I just look at what Hype is doing or what the other fast players are doing, and then I copy it in the editor or warm-up phase. I just all the fast moves is super obvious. If there's a strong power block, then I will of course try to test it out. But on Nana, I just found many moves for myself.
Nice,
Also, I still think that I do moves on Nana that no one else does, but I mean it's not that played anymore, so who knows. Maybe if the last league had Nana Vector, I could have seen some moves that I do, but in my mind there are a lot of moves that only I do, and it is hard to say because I also don't fully like it in the sense that it's not intuitive to new players. Like it's hard to learn.
It's definitely one of the harder maps to get into for beginners, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember, I don't know, it is. I can't say it's a perfect map if it's so hard to learn, but every time I play the map on the Fun Cup, I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks rep generator. Thanks, the chances are good that I will have fun and I will win because maybe the enemies don't like it, and then it's and I have good memories on it. Beating D-Mark in instant phase on the last Speedball Days Cup, or what it was called.
What, Speedball Days? Oh, is it the when we did instead of the championship?
Yeah, this other thing.
How do we call it?
Championship?
No, we called it. We had like a championship where we didn't have enough teams, so we called it something else or something.
Fight Days.
Fight Days, yeah, I think Fight Days.
Yeah, the Fight Days, yeah. And the last map on the final was Nana Vector, and I kept in instant phase. And D-Mark wrote me, instant phase.
Yeah.
So not deserved, and I don't know, it makes the map better for me that this happened.
Oh shit, D-Mark got exposed there.
So, I mean,
it's always like that, and when he caps an instant, it doesn't happen, you know.
but also my playstyle changed a bit. Like when I played with Yanni and Nozo, I played Nana differently than I played it in the last weeks. But I think in the last weeks, on my YouTube channel, I think there were some caps on Nana, and I liked those caps. But on the other side, they were pretty much solo plays. Team plays are hard. With Yanni, I had very nice solo team plays where I passed on pole, and he catched it beautifully. But in general, it's very hard to make passes on pole on Nana.
That's true. Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah, Yanni had his magic magnets, but other than that, it's super hard. But it's another map on my definitely favorite list. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry for backtracking so much.
Yeah, for you to info, we just got past the 1 hour mark of the podcast now. But I think we're doing fine. We have a few more questions coming up. This part of the podcast will not be so big in future episodes because obviously we don't all talk about this, but only like the new person in the chat. So we have more time in other episodes to talk about the main topic, but I think for now it's fine if we just go through these questions still and then see how much time we have left to talk about the podcast. So the next question on the list is what do you think is missing in Speedball, or do you have any specific wishes for hashtag Speedball 2?
We are missing a player.
I wanted to say the same, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot more players would be really nice, right?
But I mean, it's general for Shootmania.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's... Oh, there's one thing that is missing on Speedball. This is the fucking overtime blinking and going full every colors when a round end, because it's what it started with and it was so funny. Because the overtime back in the day was not the same. I mean, we didn't have all those phases, and then we had like an overtime status that came after like 5 minutes of a round or something like this, if I remember correctly. And then the idea was to only keep the ball for 45 seconds, and then you will win the round. There was no normal reduction and instant phase back in the day. And before we started this overtime, then there was a sound that going crazy, the text appearing in the middle of your screen, and then going with every color that are possible in the monitor, and that was so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. But I don't know what Speedball is missing really. I couldn't tell. I mean, I enjoy it like it is right now. I don't know.
So for me, I think I also don't have too much. I would say it's mostly points and stats related. I dislike, or not really dislike, but I think the current point system has flaws. For example, I dislike that the one that does a pass gets 2 points, but someone that catches a pass does nothing. If the least, I think both do the same amount of effort for a pass and should be equal points, or even I think the receiving part is the more important one, because he does the job to position himself well and kind of gets the passing guy out of trouble and stuff. And usually the passing guy might have picked up the ball and received points this way already. Also, when it comes to that, picking up the ball shouldn't give you points, or at least not 2 points. It's not really a big thing to do. And especially if you pass it away after that immediately again, you basically didn't do that much. And maybe it's just my opinion, but I dislike the point system. I think it needs a rework, and that's obviously something that will be done for Speedball 2, but will we ever see it? I don't know. And
I think D-Mark already have some idea to...
He does have ideas. I think also one of my
suggestions
suggestions was to give points to having the ball. Like, I think my suggestion was like all 6 seconds or something, you get a point for just having the ball.
Why 6?
I don't know, it was just a random idea I had.
Okay. Because that was so precise that I was like, why?
Yeah, it was just a feeling. It was just a feeling I had. Like, if you have the ball for 6 seconds, it's quite long in Speedball terms.
Okay. Not only in Speedball, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. But like, yeah, so you could like slowly build up points, especially because as a ball carrier, especially if you hold the ball for a long time. Currently, you don't get anything, right? You make no hits, you don't make a pass if you have the ball the entire time, so you have 0 points the entire time through, even though you do quite a lot for your team. And that's way more important than picking up the ball, right? Is keeping the ball.
Yeah.
So I think that should give points. And also, in that way, what I mentioned, stats. I think it would be really nice to have stats about ball carrying, like who carried the ball for most of the time. And maybe even, I think DMAC said that wouldn't really be possible, but some individual stats of like who passes whom the most and like who kills whom the most. But I think that would be too much information. I would like kind of overload. I think he told me, or maybe it was Gamer. I'm not sure. I talked with someone about this.
Yeah, it's way too much for database. Also.
Yeah, it's too much.
Because I don't think it's that hard to track.
No, it's not hard to track, but I think they don't
I
track
don't know
it
about
so
that.
far, and it
Yeah.
just it would be too much data to like see
Yeah.
who does who to what, and like yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's mostly the points that I see missing, but I could probably think of more if I think about it longer. But that's for now. What about you, RStyle?
Yeah, I have a similar opinion with you, but if you talk about the phases, I feel like when I ask around, I'm the only one who likes the instant phase.
Really?
I don't know. Everyone I asked tells me like, no, we need to change that, and I'm like, I like the tension just because I have more percentage. I still have to defend well, and one mistake can still end the round. So I like that part. About the statistics, yeah, there are things like it would be nice to see how many times exactly I got backstabbed by which team member.
Just to show that Ivan is really good at it, or
hey, that's the crazy part. He can't hit me. For some reason,
I think that's in general because he can't hit you.
When I play with him, he has slow team hits. It's crazy. He either likes me or he can't hit
I think he really dislikes you.
or maybe you dodge.exe is just working so well that he can't hit you.
Yeah.
The dodge oxy is so strong. Other than that, I would really like the accuracy to be separated into when you have the ball and when you don't have the ball. Because I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something, I won a cup and I had the lowest percent accuracy with 8.5%, and it's kind of fun. But it just depends so much. If you have a team with 2 runners, or you have a team with only one runner, then this one runner is gonna have the ball all the time, and then his accuracy goes down because he's obviously not hitting people as much.
That's a smart idea. So you would like have 2 accuracies, one of total time and then one divided by the time that you had the ball, right? Like
or maybe track how many rocket smash hit when you had the ball and how many rocket smash hit when you didn't have the ball. Yeah, something like that. Just give D-Mark all those tasks.
He'll like it.
He's gonna like it. He loves working on it. It's not that it's. He told me some bugs he had when he was developing the title pack. They sounded like so much fun. You can't imagine. Like one day, like how I can leak this. The server didn't start anymore for this new title pack, and he didn't do anything. Or he just stopped working. So but Guerrero helped him a bit out. Yeah. And Guerrero was like, yeah, sometimes he does that. So super weird. I don't know, there's not that much change. Like Gose said, more players would be always good. Yeah. And although D-Mark will not like it, but I'm all for V5 ball on big maps. But of course, it's just on some special events.
Yeah, but we need new map pack because the map that we are actually playing are not done for 5v5. This is gonna be only a mess of kills and it becomes battle. But
yeah, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to new maps, and if the new title pack comes, I will also be happy. But I don't know.
But speaking about more player, I think recently, I mean, after this league, there's a lot of new players. I mean, mostly coming from Siege, but like, I remember some month or even year ago, like Nath was telling me that it didn't really love Speedball and stuff, and I think it was the case for most of Siege player.
I think this is the case for everyone in the beginning. Like I explained, I also disliked Speedball in the beginning.
And now that they are playing bit more Speedball, they're really liking it. I mean, Heimer is already like playing every day mostly these last days, and Nath also, and I think
Puffy also starts
it's
now.
pretty good. Yeah, and they're really enjoying it. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it's because of the Speedball itself, or if it's because like there is less and less player in Siege, and I mean on the game also, and then they come back to Speedball and they start to fitting it, or I don't know what's exactly is going on.
Yeah,
but
I think Siege is also slowly dying. Maybe like I feel like. It's still kind of getting played, and sometimes you even have a full server, but it's definitely less than it used to be a few months ago.
So I don't know if those people that were still playing Siege, there's less players, so they come to Speedball to have a bit more player and to actually play some maps. But I don't know what it is exactly, but I think that the Speedball is good for them, and this is really cool that we have new players, because I mean they already have a lot of experience in the game, so they know the movement and stuff, and now that they know the Speedball game mode, they just have to basically learn the maps, and it's become pretty good. I mean, for Heimer, Nat and stuff, they already knows the map pretty well, so they are becoming like more and more stable to Speedball, and more good to play cups and
I'm still surprised that we still managed to get new players into Speedball. It's good.
Yep.
But I already noted that I want to talk at some point about how many players would be good for Speedball in another episode eventually. I think we can move to the next question unless you want to have some other wishes for Speedball 2 or something.
No.
Okay, it's the next question is again a bit more complicated. Maybe you don't even get what I really want to go about, but I want to ask you what makes a good Speedball game for you. And maybe I start explaining myself to kind of give you an idea of what I mean. Basically it's like, when do I have fun in Speedball the most? So there's different aspects. I need players that really do team play in my team, like that are there when I need a pass, and also will pass me the ball if I see them in trouble and I'm in position and ping. And then we kind of try to make an attack as a team together, not everyone for themselves. And then I think also another really important aspect of a good Speedball match is that the teams are balanced. Obviously no one has fun if you just lose or win very easily. So
but I mean, it depends. It's also like, when you get destroyed, it's because something is not working at all. So it's because there is also like failure in your defense or in your team or something. It's what happened when we started Paragon Leagues on Speedball, and so we have seen that the gameplay evolve according to that, because we were just only playing like 4 passes and for like just, I mean, in the past it was only like about pass and stuff, but we didn't really think about like playing really as a team to make kill the good timing and stuff. We were just like getting what we can do and then passing at the ball mostly. So it's also make the game evolve, even if it's not really, I mean, it's really frustrating to get to lose 3-0, but there's also something good to take out of it and to see what's the problem. And I think it's mostly like a team problem.
But you still wouldn't say that the game that you lose 3-0 is your favorite game.
No, of course not. I usually rush kit after those, so
You're like, damn,
That's not
I
good.
lost 3-0. That was
But
the best game of FIFA ever.
I mean, of course, this is not what's make a good speedball game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
It's
shows
important,
also
so-
that there is some problem, and that not everyone has the same level of knowing the speedball, and that it can't really plays a good part of the game. So
Yeah. Well, so yeah, it's the team play aspect of my team. It's the opponent team needs to be kind of equal level. Like, I think a good speedball game should almost never end 3-0. Should be 3-1 or 3-2 even, with maybe a draw. I like draws. A lot of people don't like draws. I like draws. I think they're cool. And then I guess another important aspect is just also voice chat, that I have people in voice chat that I like to talk with. That's not too silent, but also like not very annoying talking all the time or something. And also like a mix of kind of funny talk, but also then serious if you need to. If the match gets really intense, then you also talk seriously. It's kind of a mix of this stuff that's really ends up to games of people that I like the most, I guess. I don't know if that
yeah, true.
made sense to you, and you have like an opinion about your favorite experiences in Speedball.
No, I think I'm sharing basically the same.
Yeah. What do you ask?
Yeah. For me, it's a difficult question.
Yeah, this is a difficult question.
I will first talk about what a good speedball is for me when I play, and then maybe what's a good speedball match for when I spectate or stream. So yeah, when I play, there are multiple things that are important. Of course, there are first you have to get a good base, so that of course everyone knows the map. And that I know the player. Like, if I know my teammates, then it's all good. Like, they don't need to be 15. Like when I play with Krö, or when I played with Nozo, then I always know how they move. I know what they are thinking, and then we are in sync. Then there's this.
Yeah.
Internet.
Oh, you muted, Arsta.
Oh, sorry. But all in all, for me, it's mostly about fun. Like when I played with Urinstein and Smirk this year,
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun. Like we was like when Urinstein or someone was getting a cap, like we are celebrating, like, oh yeah, let's go, you're the best. And or when Smirk was making a joke about, I don't know how Dan is moving. I think he doesn't know himself. Or I don't know, just some bullshit talk.
Smirks is some of the most funniest things in Western. It's just crazy how funny he is sometimes.
Yeah, it's like the synergy must be there, a certain type of humor, and yeah, other than that, good communication and good passes are always fun or really satisfying for me. Like when somebody says, yeah, I'm going there, and then he is there in the perfect moment and the pass connects.
Yeah.
Then it's really good. And maybe one more thing, let's think about the league. When you play the league and before the match starts, you have a training, or you are on a private server with your mates or one of your mates, and you're telling him, hey, on Climax, let's do this, like you plan it. Like you are, hey, I had this idea that we do in this situation this move, or you pass me there because I'm gonna be there. Like when you plan it and in advance, and then in the match you actually do it, and it works. Surprisingly, you're surprised that it works.
Yeah.
And then it's also super satisfying. Everything about it is satisfying. We're all happy and everything works. Yeah. Okay. Now about the matches, I just spectate, and I don't know. There are so many things. Like, of course, I want to be surprised, if that makes sense. Like, if people if a player makes a move that I just didn't see coming, but it still is a good move, and an outplay, I'm like, oh wow, you outplayed him with this move. I didn't even think about it. Then I get excited for it, and I don't know. There can be so much stuff that's just funny as a spectator when they just try to shoot at each other and then they just look at each other and they just give up, and I'm like, okay, what am I watching? Or I don't know, when people catch a pass and they don't realize that I catch the pass and they're still shooting, and I'm like, what am I watching? There's just like so many different stuff that can happen. Like I don't want to shit on Elite. Elite is still a good mode, there's still fun in Elite. But in Speedball, when I watch 1 hour on Speedball, then there's so much stuff that I just didn't expect, that I didn't see before, that I just didn't see coming, that just surprised me on and on. And then it's good. The only thing that I just don't like, of course, when one team rolls over the other and the map is over in 5 minutes or 3 minutes.
Of course,
it's not so cool. And one other thing, I don't know, it's not really a critique, but like I'm spectating and I'm trying to see who's pushing, but sometimes they're just they're only hitting. They're just fighting all in the middle of the map. No team is advancing because the other team is defending well, which you can't really criticize because they're defending well. But they're just fighting in the middle for 30 seconds and nothing is happening because both teams playing without mistakes. And it's hard to say. Like you could talk about so much stuff about what makes a Speedball game good. But
so you'd say you don't want the teams you expected to play perfect?
It's hard to say. Let's say I want more risk when you have the ball.
So I'm not a fun player to respect it.
I don't know. That it just happens on a few maps that there are long fights in the middle, like maybe but you also remind me with your statement on draws. For me, I don't know. Mostly I don't like draws. Maybe when I spectate for an hour, and spectating for an hour can be tiring.
Yeah, that's true.
But when both teams have like 65% and they have the same amount of percentage and then get a draw, then I can't be mad and it's cool.
that would be really cool. Unfortunately, it happens so rarely.
It's so rare. And oh man, I forgot what I was.
I wanted to ask. You say you want the surprising game, right? When you spectate, would you say you prefer a game that's very even, also beforehand? Like these teams are equal, kind of, or would you prefer a game where there's a clear favorite, but the other team, the underdog, wins?
I'm maybe for the underdog game, but it just depends on the playstyle. Like this league, there were different playstyles, and before a match started, like I didn't care who was the favorite. I just was like, oh yeah, these guys play so defensive, these guys play so aggressive, or this team plays with so many passes, this team has no passes. Like more this dynamic is for me more interesting to see different dynamics as towards their team play.
Because I just noticed when I rewatched the VODs of the league of You Shall Not Pass, every caster was so biased against us. I'm not even mad, I know why, but like I noticed how like we can make the most amazing camp ever, and the casters are like, oh no, and then the opponents get the luckiest camp ever, and it's like, yeah, let's go. And it's like, oh, okay, man. I get it though, I get it. You want the underdog to win, I get it, but I was like, yeah, man, shit. But I would also add what you said, that when you're playing, it's not just the passing, how much you pass, but I guess you're right. The most satisfying passes are the when you shoot into a run, right? Where you as a runner don't even stop to get the pass. You just keep running. Those are the best passes, man. And even better if it's on pole. You just arrive on pole at the perfect point where the pass comes. Bam. So satisfying. Bam.
Although, now you remind me that I like trying to catch enemy passes. But that's more of a solo play thing, not good team play. I could talk about so much stuff. Okay, but we have to move on.
Yeah, we're like at 1.5 hours, so we should at least finish the questions and then we can maybe talk a little bit about the podcast. It's not much left. We can go a bit quicker, I guess, for the last 2 questions. So the first one would be, who is, in your opinion, the best Speedball player of all time? Do you have an idea?
All time.
Of all time. The most complete, the one that's...
time.
If they all, like... When all the best players of each era would come together and play against each other, who would be the best?
Are they all alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
In that scenario, they are all still alive. Or even blue screen.
It's not funny because we don't even know.
You don't
where
even
he
know,
is,
man.
and it's fine.
You
So
don't
I
even
don't know if
know.
I need. Fuck you. Maybe I love to someone who's having big struggle. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say. For me,
Yeah.
I will go, but I'm not convinced about this. That Villa was super good,
Yeah.
and
I wonder what happened.
maybe what?
I wonder what happened.
No, but I'm hesitating because I mean, Bonnie is also super good, and it was insanely good also when we were playing like old Speedball, and yeah, I mean those players are really complete, and like Villa has even a biggest like mind about what's going on during the game, and is just analyzing everything while he's playing, and he knows. I mean, he will choose the good thing to do at any case, right? Mostly. So I think it's make him a really good player. But I mean, also Pleb is pretty good at it. But I'm not sure. Like, I feel like Pleb sometimes is playing too much defensive.
Yeah.
And that cost him some. I will not say easy caps, but some tries that he could do on pole to get leads and to not end up with a draw round or something.
I agree
with
Pleb.
But I think, I know why he's doing it. He just want to keep the ball in his team and to keep the possession of the ball. So I get why he's doing it, but I think he doesn't have the risky part that will like body or Vil will take more. So I will go for one of those two, but yeah, it's super hard to say was the best player.
It's interesting that you say that Pleb is super defensive, because I would say the same about Villa actually. I noticed some games I played against him where I was like, don't you want to do something or something? Like where he was just in the middle looking at me shooting a rocket every few seconds, and it's like I could hold the position for the entire time. It was like Atlantis, right? He's like in middle and I'm on the corner, and he's just not pushing me. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I can keep this. Like, I don't care. And
but I mean, because maybe the situation was like he's having the lead and you're not like going for something crazy, so he's just waiting you to do the move.
But like his team was like on left side attacking, and they were fighting against the other two, and it was like, I don't think he's the most useful there right now.
Yeah, okay.
But like, I also felt like often, if I watched his streams or something, he was just like analyzing, oh, this is chaos, I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, because
especially against Savage Bulls.
Yeah, but maybe also he was playing not in a I mean, maybe it was for the league or stuff, but when he was playing with Bonnie and Velef, he was not playing the same way.
Yeah, that's true.
But during the lead, I mean, he has this role where he needed to be really good at defense and asking other people other teammate to do another part of the job by pushing the ball and stuff. So that's maybe why he was doing this. But yeah, I understand your point, and that's true. But yeah, it's really hard to decide who's the best player of all time.
I would probably say, and I absolutely dislike it, but I think Tropic was like the best player. Man, like he could just do every attack, and he was so strong at hitting as well, and he was the fastest player I think we ever had in Speedball.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's also a good pick.
Yeah, I felt like I never had a plan to how to beat him. Maybe it's also that he mostly played with OP teammates, but he also played a lot of fun cups, and even there I have no idea what I can do. But he was just so good. RStyle.
Yeah, you stole my player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Tropic or Lumius.
Lumius, yeah.
Yeah, but just on the topic of Tropic, I remember there are like 2 videos of him on YouTube by Adria, where you can see some obstacle world records from him. And it's like this super hard obstacle maps, and he just flies through them. I mean, of course, it's not the first try run by him, but I saw that and I was like, oh shit, he does moves that I can't do, and these moves are actually useful for Speedball.
Yeah.
Like some of the obstacle moves are not that, but he was just so fast. And I remember he once impressed me so much in the Speedball Fun Cup. We were both attacking. And there was only one defender, and I was almost pole, so I was like, yeah, pass me the ball, I'm almost pole, but he just went to this last defender, triple tapped him, and rushed himself to the pole, and I didn't even thought about that, and it is hard to say because it has been quite some time.
Yeah.
On the other side, maybe I took it too seriously. I feel like I haven't talked with him that much. Like maybe this one Fun Cup. So I don't know how he's in general, how he communicates with his team and so on. But he's quite good. He had the hits, he had the moves, and he was hard to play against. And the other guy, Lumius. I mean, I think it's also with Lumius. I think it's more. It sounds a bit weird, but I think it's more so that Lumius stopped playing because I forgot how his team was called, but when he was playing with Hawken and Phantom,
the crying sound. Oin oin, oin oin team.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't know. They just maybe it's. Also for the next question, which team was the best? Like, for me, that was the best team with all their preparation and such. Where I just really could say it's not because the 3 players were the best in hitting and so on. It just they really trained. You could see that.
Yeah.
They really had a plan for each and every map, and I don't want to. And usually I wouldn't say Lumius was the best, but if all of them, if Phantom always said Lumius is the brain, I have no brain, then I don't know. I kind of believe Phantom with all this thing, because Lumius then also taught Hawken, I think, how to play Speedball. And it's just a random guess that I think Lumius is also up there. And I don't know, I just think it's very sad that he stopped playing. So I can't give a clear picture because just stopped. But yeah, those are the two players that come to my mind.
Yeah, I think if he would have played longer, he would have maybe been up there. But I think I don't have enough evidence to put him that high for myself. But it's a good pick nonetheless. Yeah. So you already mentioned next question, the best Speedball team of all time. And again, it's an answer I hate, but it's a very obvious one. It's the how are they actually called?
Nutella Kitties.
Tropic.
Weren't they Nutella Kitties?
No, that was my team.
Oh.
The big team? No.
No, the PPT.
PPT.
Savage Tropic.
They had a name. They were like something with big, right?
Oh yeah.
What was the team name actually? It's not good if I don't remember the name of the best Speedball team.
It wasn't Paragon. Yeah, they were called Big something. Yeah, I have.
That was a different name for like something else, but yeah.
I'm looking at the website.
Anyway, so these three Tropic, Pleb, Peach are just such a unbeatable strong team. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like love seeing a match between this team, Tropic, Pleb, and Peach, versus like Ville, Bonnie, and Velef. That would have been a really good match, I think. But I guess it will never happen. But yeah, that could be really, really nice to see. Because I think those two teams were the biggest in terms of Speedball.
So you wouldn't be able to decide between these two?
No, I don't know. Little Big.
Little Big, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think they also had another name.
Yeah, I don't know exactly which one, but I think it was that one.
They played like in one event with an actual name. I will see if I can find it, but like, yeah, you have anything else? Otherwise we can be done with the questions now. And since we are at like 1 hour 46, we could actually end the podcast episode now.
I don't know. I'm still for Lumia's team. Oin Oin.
Yeah, that was the name, yeah.
Like, if I would play super serious with a team, then I would copy them because they made them certain things that I have never seen since then. Not only the Phantom play where he just camps at your spawn, I mean real team play.
Yeah.
Not only the Phantom thing, but they were really. Yeah.
You are right. They were actually called Nutella Kitties at some point.
Huh.
Yeah, in one event they were called Nutella Kitties, I guess, but originally Nutella Kitties was me and Peachman in combo.
Ah, okay.
We were a combo team, Peachman and me, but I guess he used that name for Little Big at one event, yeah.
Other than that, I also have to shout out the team Nameless. Yanni, Ivan and me, we never lost the event.
Great.
That's more of a troll answer. But yeah, no, I'm still for Team 9.
Yeah, okay. And we have 3 different answers, almost.
Yeah, but I also missed the Ville days, so I have no idea. I only saw him 3 times or something on the server.
Yeah, and I think he is not that strong anymore as he used to be. Same for Bonnie.
The thing is, all the team came from another, I would say, generation of Speedball. So the game was not, and the map were not the same, and it was not playing the same way. So it's super hard to compare because it's. I mean, each era of Speedball have another best team, I would say, because it was really different. The first ever league, the map were not the same at all, and like we had team like Running Ball, Penguins, and stuff where RStyle was playing, and the gameplay was completely different. And there was also a team that were super strong, but yeah, it's hard because now if you make a comeback with this team to this day of Speedball, they will gonna be super lost and don't hit that much and gonna be really not fast on the ball and stuff, because map back in the day were way more bigger, so it was more passing game and stuff, and only to like try to trick the defense and to just push the ball and try to be ignored by the defense and get the pass on. So it was completely different. So that's why it's super hard to find a really good, like, I mean, to define what's the best team of all time
reset
of all time will be, because the Speedball really evolved during this last year. So
okay, so I think we should be ending the Speedball podcast actually now, so we won't actually talk. I mean, we can talk a little bit more about what's coming up with this podcast and maybe you guys' ideas as well. But basically, this is kind of how it will be. Like I said, next time we'll have different people here. I'm not sure 100% how it will work, and it also depends on who has time and stuff. Also, haven't really decided on how often we will upload this. I guess we'll just see. Will not be too often, maybe once or twice a month, but not even sure if I will be able to do that.
Yeah, it depends on how many people are available and stuff.
Yeah, but basically, for the beginning especially, we'll just talk about these questions, I guess. So we can also leave some away and add some others, but then eventually maybe we'll have talked about this with everyone in the podcast, or it's just one guest, right? And then we'll be quicker. Then we'll have more time to talk about a specific topic we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, do you guys have anything you want to say about the podcast? Like, how... Do you think this was a good episode? I don't know, that's a weird question to ask, but like...
It's hard when you're part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we just discussed and
I hate
other
this.
people. I mean, it will be good to have a feedback from other people to know if they are, firstly, if they are interested of it, if they maybe they can bring also some good topics for next episode and stuff, and if they want to take part of it. But yeah, that's I mean, the feedback from people will be the most, I mean, the biggest comeback feedback we can get. So so it will be fine to. It will be good to have this, and then let's see how this podcast can go. But
we'll just experiment, I guess, a bit in the beginning.
Yeah. And it can become also, as you said at the beginning, that if there is another game or similar game or stuff we want to speak about, it's kind of free, so we can do whatever
exactly.
we want there. So it's good. But I think also maybe for next event in Speedball, if there is some, because I don't know yet, but that will be also cool to speak more specifically about this and maybe do more of analyzing, because there's a lot of, I mean, even for this league there was a lot of like VODs and videos about match, but there's not more analysis of Speedball and what's make like a team win easier than other one and stuff. So that could be nice to get a bit deeper into analysis.
Yeah.
But I think if another event happened in Speedball, then it's might be the good occasion to go through it with the podcast.
Yeah. We haven't even done the news part now. It would have been actually now before the topic, but yeah. Okay, we do it next time. After what about you?
That much new.
I think I'm a bit I don't know, maybe too self-confident, but I think that was a good start for our podcast series. The first episode you have to talk about, introduce yourself and so on, to get the introductions out of the way and how we started and so on. In the future we can dive deeper into certain topics. Today I was most surprised by the question, least favorite player to play against. Maybe that was Hype's idea to spice it up a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
When after his voice he has to get his his shit talking or something. But yeah, there are many ideas for future episodes. Gauss brought up analyzing plays, and I don't know, we can invite mappers. I mean, like Six has 10,000 maps built. I mean, we can ask him to talk with us why he's building his next map or something. There's a lot of it.
By the way, about mappers, I hear that Coco wants to build Speedball maps now.
Ooh.
I'm really excited for that.
Didn't he make already some maps? Or
But I think he didn't have
he did some
too much experience in Speedball, but lately he's played more.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to that, because Coco is, in my opinion, one of the best Speedball Shemania mappers. His maps look so clean, I love them.
Yeah, that's a cool announcement. Just to finish my thought about the feedback, I think the feedback will be positive. I think half of it will be, that's a great idea, let's go. And the other half of it will be like, why are you only talking about Speedball? From the players who only play, I don't know, Obstacle or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think there's too many that will even listen to this to begin with.
We're gonna promote this, we're gonna go big. The next superstars, I can already feel it. And then we will fight with each other how are we splitting the money, and Ghost will call us German traitors.
He's German himself, don't forget that.
So if you listen to this podcast until the end, just write German traitor at the comment.
Good one, Ghost.
Good one. Out for the interaction. Engagements,
But we're really close to 2 hours now. I think this is a good point to stop. Maybe it's too long, we'll see. And have a look
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Share this podcast to all your friends, even if they don't play Shitmania at all. They have to get the message. As long as we are still friends, you have to share and
Okay, then I guess we'll see each other in the next episode, or maybe not we, but the viewers see the podcast together.
Alright, then ciao everyone, have a good one.
Bye bye.
Au revoir.